Okay. So we got 22 days. We got 10 days on the 60L. What are we looking at in the command center? Did they... Okay, they didn't roll over. So we got training day. Trying to build a local defense force of mech warriors. Our pilots are inexperienced and untested. We'd like you to help us train them. We picked up a troubling signal which may represent hostile activity, which seems like a good opportunity to send our new defense force out to handle it. Can you bring along an experienced mech warrior and mech to keep them out of trouble? Well, it's funny because I just canceled the awesome and this would have been a perfect mission for it. One mech job, the other mech is supplied if I remember right. I mean, who wants to go be a babysitter? Who wants to be a babysitter? Because that's basically what we're doing. I'm gonna take the money because, look, yeah, it's Comstar and we could potentially get a mech, but we need money. We need money. Because this is gonna fail us the campaign. But it's also Comstar. Shit. You can send 3 mechs on this mission? I mean, if I can, I'll send 3, but otherwise, I guess I'll do it myself. See, this is the thing. This is the dichotomy of, okay, I could make 700k, but I could make way more than that on Comstar loot. Like, if we get good loot, if we get good salvage off of Comstar, I could make way more than 700k. Sell the cannons? I mean, I can sell the cannons, but like I don't think it's actually gonna get us that much money. Cannons are usually not worth. Yeah, I mean, cannons 15 grand. That doesn't get us shit. I mean, I guess I could sell these LMGs. Like, are we at the point now where we're like selling all the goofy little things? And we got some rocket launchers. We got some SRM4 or 2s. I never use the 2s. I barely ever use the 4s. Okay, oh, this is the master. Okay, I'm just gonna sell that to get it out of here. I don't see us using cannons, but maybe I should sell... Okay, I don't know what that is. Let me see, what else do we have? Do we have MRMs? Oh, we do have some MRM launchers. The only problem is, we don't have any mechs that can use them. But yeah, we're not gonna get a whole lot of money from selling periphery weapon systems. I think we just go in, we see what happens. Again, it's Comstar, so the potential loot is very, very good. As much as I don't like it. Maybe we do something like this. Get a little bit of money, but mostly salvage. Because we still get 3 picks. Yeah, I think we meet in the middle here. Something like that. And AFP says, hey folks, just got in from D&D. Well, welcome to the stream, AFP. Hopefully you had a good time playing D&D with the folks, or whoever it was that you were playing with. There's a canon MRM RB. I mean, to be fair, Tex has been using an MRM Irby in his... Or maybe it was an Irby. It was an MRM something in his current BTA playthroughs. So, I mean, the MRM is an outstanding weapon system, especially early game. We just don't have a mech that can mount it yet. As soon as I have a mech that I can start putting MRMs on, you better believe that's what I'm doing. But let's go ahead and we'll start up this mission. Okay, so we got 3 mechs. Oh god. A flea, a hornet. Okay, a Talos isn't bad. We can certainly work with a Talos. Let me see. What do we got? We got the boom tube, we got the death trap, we got the snipe dumpster. I feel like I have to put crappy sniper in the snipe dumpster because he wants to be a sniper. Right? Chat? But we also need to get Vin out there, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give Vin the 63. And then, let's see. So we got the snipe dumpster, but that would be crappy. But again, we took crappy on the last mission. Actually, we took just about everybody on the last mission. So we're taking the LBX-10, we're taking mortars, and then this is, which one is this? That's the death trap. I mean, the death trap is our mid-range. So I'm actually good with that. I'm good with that. Alright, so. Oh, Megas wasn't on the last mission, was he? I don't think he was. So what put Megas in? I mean, I just realized now how appropriate it is to put Megas in a mech that we called Death Trap. I do wish we had some vehicles to bring along. And then boom tube. I wish I would tell you when you put people in a named mech. So we got 3 battles, 3 battles. CVEX has only been on 2 battles. Okay, so CVEX is going into boom tube. Alright. I think that's our Lance. Again, I wish I had some vehicles to make up the difference, but we're just gonna have to go with what we get. Just gonna have to go with what we got. I don't like it. But them's the breaks. I mean, Darius isn't bitching at us about not bringing enough tonnage. So, either he was asleep when we set out to do this mission, or he thinks we're good. Not entirely sure which, but I guess we'll find out the hard way. I mean, Ernst, I know you're saying that, but I also know that you were here for the last mission, where the fucking trainee militia vehicle pilots were better shots than our guys. So look, if we get shown up by another group of fucking trainee militia pilots, you guys are gonna be in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all get shown up by a bunch of fucking redneck militia again, the beatings will continue until morale improves. Look here, ladder. You better get the hell out of here with that shit. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life, okay? Alright, Darius of the Pool, what is your wisdom? I can only imagine what kind of junk heaps these locals are gonna be piloting. Oh, don't. Don't. I'm expecting Irbies. Haha, very funny, asshole. Bring along something tough. At least the employer is paying for our repairs. I feel like if Darius had tits, I'd be more willing to put up with him. I mean, you're not wrong, Sierra. This is Taurian Concordant space. So, yes, the militia probably have better literacy rates than half of our company. I don't know why, but the name Pontoon sounds sexual in this context. Seeing a single 2nd Army VMO Lance here. Yeah. I ain't feeling great about this one, chat. I'm feeling like these rookies are gonna get us blasted into craters. Also, sweet Christ, is that the Talos? What the hell did they put on this Talos? 2nd Army of the Com Guard with a warning, blah blah blah, we will destroy you, we are awesome, praise Blake, blah blah blah, shut up. Okay, no, really though, holy shit. Chat, look at this fucking Talos. This fucking thing looks like a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Like, that's a bitchin' looking Talos right there. I'm just saying. Like, Talos usually look more good. You know what it is? Because normally with a Talos, they tend to put, like, missiles in the side torsos. But seeing them with the big cannons on there, I don't know. I like it. I like it. I like the drip. I like the drip. What are you packing in this thing anyway? Okay, you got a Gauss rifle and some medium lasers. That's not a terrible outload. That's not a terrible loadout. We got a flea with every LMG ever produced by the Concordance. And then we have, what, a Hornet? Which is mostly just here to die. Because that's what Hornets are for. They're here to die. Alright, I guess we get started then. On the plus side...
I'm going.
At least a Hornet will be a decent scout? Question mark. All friendly mechs must survive. Wait, mine too? I don't think I've ever been in a mission where they were like, all of your people also need to survive. Like, it's not enough for the friendlies to survive. Your people also need to survive.
Affirmative, Commander. You got it. Moving to...
I mean, it says 6. And there's only 3 of them. Coming in fast and low. Oh, lovely. Outstanding. You know what? You know, I'm looking at this ridge line and I'm thinking to myself, this would be a mighty fine defensive position. Yeah, I think we hang back. We let Comstar deal with the blip. You guys go ahead and turn around and come back.
On it.
We might have got a little bit overzealous.
I'm receiving you.
We might have got a little bit overzealous.
Roger.
Gotta get some sleep, so I'll be seeing this mission in the VOD whenever that's up. Alright, Shinigami, well, thanks for hanging out, as always. Hopefully you had a good time. And I do hope you have an outstanding rest of your week. And we will catch you on the next one. Oh, no day coming.
What are your orders, Skipper?
My orders are just jump, buddy.
10-4.
Or sprint, that works too.
I hear ya.
I'm gonna need you to, if you don't mind, could you, like, maybe, there we go.
Taking the high road.
Could you do something like that? And
Ready to
then
rock.
CVEX, same story. I'm just gonna have you crest this hill and we'll, like,
I'm
look in this
rolling.
direction. We're gonna wait for them to come to us. We are gonna hold the high ground,
I'm
Anakin,
receiving you.
and we're gonna let them make the blunder of charging into our guns. I am...
No shooting, just running.
When my lance is running Irbies, we're not gonna go charging into whatever firepower they bring along. Looks like Dark Cast. No shit. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. No carry, it says it's getting late here now, and finally the temp's gotten down to livable levels, so I'm gonna hit the hay. Alright, no carry, I'm glad you were able to stick around long enough to get comfy. And we hope you have an outstanding rest of your weekend as well. And same to you, America. Always glad to see it. Glad you could join us again and get yourself re-conscripted into the cult of bad tactical decisions. We kill the new guys too, just like in the holovids. I mean, so if you don't know what Dark Cast is, they're like, I guess the clan version of pirates, basically,
Ready
for
for
lack of a
orders.
better way to put it. Let me see. Training wheels. Focus attention, gaining 1 accuracy and 5% of weapon damage. Alright. Beginner's luck. Pray to the gods of luck to gain favor, granting 50% critical damage chance for 1 turn. Good God. Can I have some abilities
Yes,
like that?
Commander.
Jesus. Are you fucking serious right now? So this one asshole from Comstar decides he wants to show up. Alright. Got it.
Skipper,
Do we...
What
Yep,
can I
we
do
got
for ya?
megas. Alright. Jump. And get on this rock
Lightly,
for me.
light
That'll give
door.
you the maximum amount of evasion that it's possible for an urban mech to get. And even with a height advantage, because this asshole has 7 evasion, we literally can't do shit to him. So I'm not even gonna waste any AC ammo on him. I'll just take a couple of 10% laser shots.
time to die.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm not wasting any
I may
ballistic
need some more
ammo
time
on a
in the simulator.
10% shot.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Alright, CVEX, what do you got going for me, buddy? I mean, you got AoE, so you might actually be able to do something useful here. We're not gonna get any direct hits, but if I throw on the guided, yeah, even with the guided ammo, I want to see if maybe hitting him a little bit will put him off balance. I doubt it. Yeah, not off balance enough to get rid of his evasion, unfortunately. I was hoping we'd do more stability
Ready to
damage
rock.
than we did. Let me
Quick
see.
stepping it.
Do that. And yeah. 1 in 5 chance to hit. If it does hit, though, the stability damage, I'll take the shot. Why not? Okay, we got some hits. We got some hits.
Standing by.
Alright, if you don't mind, rookie, for me coming up over this ridge line and just hiding in the trees. Just hide in the
Moving
trees.
to position.
I don't want you dying. I want them to come to us.
Standing by. Roger.
And let's see,
Standing
you... I'm gonna put you... Oh, you can still see him. Alright, well fine. You go down the hill on the road then. I'm gonna cheese this shit. 5 evasion. Good lord.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Like, this one fucking dude is gonna wipe out half my lance?
Yep.
Because we literally can't fucking hit him? Is that the insinuation? Yeah, even at this range, with what is basically a shotgun, only 1 in 3 chance to hit. Good lord. Alright. If we move here
10-4.
and brace up, I'm just gonna let him crest the hill. I'm just gonna let him crest the hill, and then we're gonna blast
Waiting on you,
him.
Commander. Time to fly. Confirmed.
Okay, CVEX, I want you down here. Okay, you can't do that, so jump instead.
Acknowledged.
I don't want you putting your rear armor to this asshole. Alright, let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see what he's gonna
live to
do. You go ahead and back up a little bit,
I'm walking here.
just to get a little evasion.
All right. Hit him hard now.
I'm here.
Okay. And we literally have our back against the edge of the map here. Actually, you know what? Let's just reserve. Because you're going to move next. Okay, you didn't crest the hill. That's
Waiting
your
orders.
mistake. Because now we're going to.
I hear you.
That was a grave fucking error, my friend. So if I turn this on, only 25% chance to hit, even with precise strike, 30. I mean, I'll take a 1 in 3 chance with the AC.
Firing everything I've got.
I probably shouldn't have. That feels like a mistake.
Skipper.
Alright, CVEX, I don't even think you need to move. Just, oh, nice. The man has 2 evasion pips. We don't even hit anything. Mighty is beautiful. Pass it on. I disagree. I ain't nobody. I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. But I appreciate it all the same. Good to see you, Good to see you, Cassidy. As always. Hopefully the weekend's been treating you well so far. Let's see. I mean, if ever there was a time to point blank a motherfucker in the face with an LBX, the time is now.
Locking on with all
Give him the business. Okay,
Ready for
flapjacks, pontoon, you're not even gonna be able to, oh, no, wait, you can get right here. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll save the rocket launcher for the clanner. Hit him with everything.
Affirmative.
All the machine guns.
Receiving you.
We're not gonna hit anything with the LRM, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Roger.
You messed with 50% of your firepower.
On the way. Double time.
Okay, I mean, I don't know why these lasers are more likely to hit, but take the shot. Nice.
Oh, it's on now.
Okay. Actually, I liked that shooting with the... okay, yes, do that. More of that. All the machine guns. Engine crit.
Critical hit, Commander.
Standing by.
I wish there was a way I could shoot and move without a special skill, but... Can we kick him? Can we kick him? I think we can kick him. Chad, I think we kick him. Don't forget the rookie skills, you're right. Let me see. Weapon accuracy, weapon damage. 50% critical chance for 1 turn. I'll do it. Beginner's luck. Do it.
Retreat.
I want that critical kick.
Moving to position.
Give him the business. You love to see it.
Confirmed.
Alright, Ven. We're not even gonna move. Shotgun to the face.
Here we go.
Good shit. Somehow,
Critical hit.
he's still alive. I don't understand how he's managed to
can I
survive
do
this
for you?
entire time. If you don't mind, take a shot. Could you... If you don't mind killing him, though, that would be great.
This should be good.
Okay, I mean, I guess that works.
There's more where that came from. Yup.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the mortars because we have friendlies in close proximity. So I'm just going to have to move Cvex up here, and he's just not going to get to do anything. Alright, what are you going to do? Okay, alright. Take a shot at the Talos. Take a shot at the Talos. That's okay. Out of all the mechs that we currently have here,
Orders?
the Talos is definitely the one that can take the hit. So we'll do this number here.
Acknowledged.
And then we will aim up. Okay, beginner's luck.
Hot damn, let's do this.
And then I guess I'll turn off the Gauss rifle. You know what? We still got plenty of ammo. Take the shot. It's a low chance to hit, but I'll take 1 in 5. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have taken
Folks,
1 in
let's
5.
get this done.
Alright, well there
Think I hit
goes the
something
medium
good.
pulse laser.
Someone let me borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
You are running out of weapon systems, my friend. You are running out of weapon systems.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Are we really gonna kill this guy with
Ready for
machine
order.
guns? I feel like that's poetic, in a way. Guided rounds gone. No, but even the guided rounds are AoE, so I don't want to use them because it would damage all of our people that are around him. It damages not only the hex that the guy is in, but all the adjacent hexes as well. Even with guided rounds, because they're AoE. Alright, let's see. Why do you get to go now? That's kind of stupid, but whatever. And he fell down. For those of you that were here for the previous BTA campaign, you might recall a specific mission in which Comstar could not help itself but to keep falling down. I remembered.
I'm there.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Engage.
Suck it, nerd.
All primary targets have been destroyed.
Oh wow, we got 4 salvageable parts off of that. Primary targets are down, you can evac at any time. Or, hear me out, I could kill the clanner, and then we get some clan tech. It's really weird though, because he's just sitting down there.
Waiting
Like
on
he's
you,
not
Commander.
he's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. I don't know. I mean, it's very much in the spirit of Darkcast for them to just kind of sit
that,
back
Commander.
and wait to see who wins. If I do guided, okay, it's a smaller circle.
I'm on him.
We ain't gonna hit shit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, no, we got some hits. I'll take it. Comstar apparently, yeah, only sent 1 unit. And apparently Darkcast only sent 1 unit. I'm just gonna reserve. I wanna see what this dude's gonna do.
Roger that. Standing by.
Oh, he already did what he was gonna do. Alright, well then let's get the... okay.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna fucking brace everybody up, I guess.
Breach, dear friends. Standing by.
Let's pull the light mechs back. Don't want them getting accidentally one-tapped.
Standing by. All right.
And let's see what he's gonna do. He's... I'm almost afraid of what this is. As slow as this guy is moving, like, there's a part of me that's thinking to myself, is this like a heavy or an assault mech? Because he's moving very slow. Look, if it ends up being a fucking Urban Mech 2C, I'm gonna be pissed.
Confirmed.
It would be funny as hell, though. I'm not even gonna lie. It would be funny as hell if that's what ended up
Double
happening.
time. Let's go.
I'm waiting for him. I'm not... We're not playing this game. You come to me, asshole.
Hey, let's slip the dogs of war.
Yeah, see, he's only moving... I don't like that, chat. I don't fucking like that. He only moved 1 hex. I don't like that at all.
All right. Oh, hell yes.
Roger that. Standing by.
He continues to only move 1 hex. I don't like that, chat, at all.
I'm receiving you.
This is probably a fucking mistake, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I'm there.
I wanna know. I want to know what it is.
Receiving you.
I was hoping we had somebody with sensor ping, but we don't.
Skipper.
Let's see. Attack the ground? See if we get lucky again? I mean, we're putting some damage on it.
My old mama can hit harder than that.
I mean, you're the one that shot. Why are you over here criticizing?
I hear ya.
I'm waiting it out. Because if that ends up being like a heavy or a super heavy or some bullshit like that, like that's gonna be bad.
Damn, we're gonna do this right.
What are you doing? What is it? It is not a super heavy. It looks like a
Damage
light.
minimal.
Motherfucker. It's not even a 2C. It's not even a fucking 2C. It's just an R61. What the fuck is this, BTA? I don't give a shit if it has missiles. It's a fucking urban mech. How? Look. I don't care if it has missiles. God damn it, Earth. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It was not supposed to be this way. MR, look, you guys are all excited and shit. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Hold on. I need an accurate number. Give me a second. I need to know. Okay. I'm just going from the first one that pops up, okay? So here we go. BTA has, at last estimate, over 2,900 mech variants. 2,900 mech variants. Of which only about a dozen are urban mechs. Out of 2,900 mechs, there are only about a dozen that are urban mechs. Explain to me how, out of all the fucking mechs in this game, that the clans, of all things, that the clans could drop, out of all the things that a clan Darkcast would drop into a mission, it had to not only be an urban mech, But not even a good one. Not even a good one. It's just another fucking just a regular ass inner sphere urban mech. Chat, I don't know what to say. Today has been the day. It has been the day of all time. I mean, we're
Waiting on
going...
you, Commander.
Here's my problem. I don't want to lose a bunch of people and or equipment because I'm trying to not destroy this Irby.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
I just... Would I like this urban mech? Yes, I would. Because I would love to have an Irby that actually has some missiles on it. I've been talking about
Acknowledge,
this.
Commander.
So, like, this is potentially a good thing. However...
Engaging target.
However... Imagine how hard I'm gonna have to work to not only take this thing down, but get it down in a situation where I can actually salvage the whole thing. Because I don't have any extra urban mech parts. So, either we get full salvage on this thing, or I can't even build it. Have the rookies get in under the LRMs? I mean, we can definitely charge him. I'm not worried about that. It's just, it's still the luck of the draw. Triax first time chatter says, how many assembly parts are you playing with? We are playing with 4. I have, and well, I should probably go over this. I am playing on settings that are slightly tweaked so that everything is just a little bit harder than the default BTA settings. Go for the headshot. You say that like I have anybody who can even do called shots. My people are at like gunnery 2 and 3. The only called shot they're making is in the fucking toilet, and they don't even hit that half the time.
Ready for orders.
Yeah?
Hit him hard.
Oh my. Oh, whoever just gifted us. Okay, there we go. I'm about to say, whoever just gifted a sub, you might have broken BTA. Erst gifted a sub to Triax. Erst, thank you for the gifted sub once again. 499. Erst has gifted almost 500 subs. Jesus Christ. And welcome, Triax, to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler, so enjoy. And hopefully you enjoy your time here with us. We're playing a little BTA today, starting a fresh campaign for the first time in over a year and a half.
Yes, Commander.
There's been a lot of updates, a lot of changes since the last time we played BTA, but I'm excited to get back into it, and the game is obviously very excited to have me around, considering the very special attention that it's been paying to me.
Mech warriors, show them what you got.
Give them everything.
Confirmed.
Full alpha, rocket launchers, everything. We hit the head.
SRMs are out.
We hit the head, chat.
Orders.
It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's
I'm
over.
on him.
Heat sink destroyed. Panic.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Punch out.
Waiting for orders.
It hurts me psychologically to even have to say
On the
it.
way.
But I want you to punch out. I want your mech. I want your mech, and I want it in one piece. So panic. Punch out. Son of a bitch.
Take that.
Okay, he... Damn it, it's only 3 parts. Son of a bitch. Trike says, love me some BTA. I usually watch the pack dev, but it's nice to see other people playing. I mean, again, it's been a while since I played, but I do enjoy the game. I enjoy the mod pack, and again, been a lot of changes since we played last, so I figured I'd jump back in. Well, I mean, I gave it to the community as an option, and this is what they picked. I've been having the itch to play some Battletech again lately anyway, so this was a good opportunity to get back in to another campaign.
Mission successful.
No, Chad. This is the game balancing out because of the previous mission. We did the tutorial mission, it took an hour and a half, and one of our guys almost died. This is the game making up for that. I mean, at this point, I would argue that the game owes me. I mean, really, it owes me that entire damn Irby with the missile rack, but we're not gonna be able to do anything about that. $12,000 on ammo, good lord. It's alright. I'll take the money. Nobody injured, but we did take a little bit of internal damage on this Irby, and that was just completely random. Alright, we got 3 picks. I'll be honest with you, chat. I kinda wanna go for the Irby because we need some missile support, but at the same time, we've got full salvage on the Spectre. Now, don't get me wrong, the Spectre is not that great, but it's better than a fucking urban mech. And there's a part of me that wants to take 3 Spectre parts just on the off chance that we get that 4th one, that we get lucky and pick up that 4th part. Yeah, I mean, it's really fast. It could be a good scout mech. Again, it's better than the Irby. And Cody88 with 100 Bezos bucks saying get the Spectre. I tend to agree. I am certainly inclined to agree, at least. Wait, is Creamy Hamster still in here? Look. I've already given them enough crap about all their names. Yeah, Creamy Hamster. That is the name. That is certainly a name. I applaud your bravery, sir. I applaud your bravery. Fair chance to get both anyway. I mean, this is true. Because we're getting 12 picks. I mean, if I pull 3 Spectre parts off of here, then what do we actually have left? We got 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's only 9 parts here. Chat, we just got a new mech. And we got some stealth armor. Because we're getting 12 picks, there's only 12 parts. Right? Am I doing the math right? Because we have 3 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we're gonna be 1 short. Watch. The 1 part that it's not gonna give me is gonna be the Spectre. Watch. Okay, maybe not. I would have rather had the stealth armor. But we got a new mech. We got a new mech, chat. I'll take it. I really would have liked to have gotten my hands on that stealth armor, but I'll settle for a new mech. I'll settle for not an urban mech. Stealth Irby? No. Absolute no. Chat, listen. You need to... This is not an Irby Derby playthrough. Just get that idea out of your head. Trust me, there are vast amounts of heresy that I can commit with urban mechs, given enough time. The issue becomes getting the equipment that I need to make those heretical urban mechs without having to use urban mechs to get said equipment. Remember, the number and types of foes that we can fight with urban mechs is fairly limited. As per the terms of our contract, the employer has repaired, replaced, and refitted our damaged and destroyed units. Outstanding, so I don't have to spend any time fixing all those things. Good deal. Alright, so out of all the Urbies that we currently have on the team, one of them has to go. Which one is it? I mean, chat, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna be fielding this awesome anytime soon. Like, we just don't have the drop capacity for it. Maybe we spend a little money on... Hold on. If we go to engineering... What do I need for that? We need repaired power conduits. Alright. We definitely need to start investing a little bit into the Argo. I want to get the second mech bay opened up so that we'll have a little more flexibility in the mech bay. But I think we just pack up the awesome and put it away, because I just don't think I'm gonna be using it anytime soon. Like, we will definitely use it, trust me. I just don't see it being anytime in the near future. Like, we are definitely going to take this heretical piece of shit out and put the ballistic awesome to the test. It's just, for right now, we're not in a position to effectively field this mission. Or, effectively field this mech, I'm sorry. Go in there, no, says, I remember playing MechWarrior 5 with the mod list you used a while back and learned to fear the trash can. I might be God's drunkest driver, but urban mechs are Satan's sturdiest concrete pylons. They definitely can be. Again, there is much mech bay heresy to be had in MechWarrior 5. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna store the mech. It's gonna remove all the equipment, but just for the record, the only equipment we really have is like an actuator, some triple strength. We got an XL engine and a 350 core. I'm gonna keep those for this mech, but just for now, I'm gonna store it so that we've got another mech bay slot opened up. Don't worry, we'll bring it out again at some point. Now, in the meantime, we got a Spectre, which again, not the greatest mech of all time, but certainly better than what we're currently fielding.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
So here we go. Spectre. It's mostly a laser boat. With the success of the SPR-5F at the encouragement of Archon Catherine Steiner-Davian, North Storm Battle Mechs decided to open talks with the Capellan manufacturing concern Sangli Arms to secure stealth armor for a new Spectre variant. They did secure the armor, though it meant that Sangli Arms gained the rights to produce the Spectre for the Confederation. Armed with a large laser, a medium pulse laser, and a small laser, as well as the tradition high ground and jump speeds. What? That sentence doesn't compute. The SPR-5S proved effective enough that both the Lyrans and the Capellans incorporated the mech into their armed forces quickly. Roll is a fast striker. Well, I'll take anything that moves faster than 30 kph. Looks a little goofy, but he's got character. Okay, so because we rebuilt it, we got the stealth armor. I could immediately strip that out, but I'm not going to. It also comes stock with an XL engine, Guardian ECM, double heatsink kit. So this, even if we didn't use it, I'm definitely going to use it, but even if we didn't, this would provide us with a lot of really good parts that can help us jumpstart our escape from the doldrums. Yeah, for those of you that are curious, it's 710 by default. With a 300 engine, we could definitely make that faster. I'm immediately thinking, because I'm seeing the weapon hardpoints, and I'm like, okay, we could get rid of the small laser. If I got rid of the stealth... If we pull out the stealth, that's only going to cost 500 and it takes 0 days, so that's basically instantaneous. If we pull out the stealth, that frees up some critical space. Is it then worth... Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I think Ernst is thinking what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, maybe if we're gonna do that, then let's do this and do that. It's not quite the Disco Inferno, but... It's not a bad facsimile. And it weighs less. Except here's the thing. Here's the thing about this one, though. Here's the thing about this one, though. Think about this for a second, chat. Think about this. It moves at 710, right? So I can sprint at 10. This thing can cover an impressive amount of ground. But it also has stealth armor. Which means it raises your maximum evasion pips by 2 and also by default gives you an additional 2 evasion every time you move. And it gives you extra defense for when you're gonna get hit anyway. But 30 heat. I don't care about 30 heat. This thing's already heat neutral because it's running a double heat sink kit. And we have almost 5 tons to play with. Like, I can max the armor on this thing and we still have almost 3 tons to put more stuff in here. The thing is, like, I don't even... do we put the jump jets back? Like, I don't think we got the... I don't think that we have the, I don't think that we have the critical slots. We literally don't have the critical slots to fill up all the weight on this thing. I'm gonna have to buy an e-cooler. Like, this is literally the maximum amount of stuff that I can put in this mech. This is it. We have maxed, like, there's still 0.875 tons remaining on this mech, and there's I can't put anything else in it. You know what we could do? Here's what we could do. I can pull 1 double heat sink. That still keeps us heat neutral. Hold on, chat. Hold on. We're cooking. Cooking. Do we have a small pulse? We do. We pull this? No. We pull this one, we fill it with that one. And then we remove just a tiny little bit of armor. Boom. We have maximum jump jets. We're still heat neutral. We're at -2 heat, so even on a full alpha, we're still heat neutral. We're moving at 710, and let's see. 710 with a 7 hex jump distance, chat. It's extremely close range, because it's all small and medium lasers. But if we get close... This is like Disco Inferno 2.0, chat. It doesn't put out as much damage. The Disco Inferno, I think, is always gonna have the damage advantage. But this thing definitely has the mobility advantage. And let's see, it's rugged as well. What does this do? Just adds extra structure and stability. Nice. So it gets extra structure, which makes it more durable. And we just have extra stability, which... So the great thing about having extra stability for a mech like this mech lives and dies on its mobility. So giving it extra stability means it's going to be that much harder to get rid of its evasion. Like, this mech was built to do exactly what I just did with it. Because, I mean, what's our max evasion? Does it say? Nah, I don't think it tells us what our max evasion is. I think because is it tied to rating? I don't know. But, like, we were seeing in the previous mission when we fought this thing, it was getting like 7 or 8 evasion pips every time it moved. That makes this thing almost unhittable. I mean, if I was gonna call it Maniac, I'd call it... Wow. I'd call it something that would probably get me in trouble. Let me see. What are we gonna call this? I mean... I know what I want to call it. Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I spell it right. Hold on a second. Some of you are gonna immediately get the reference, and some of you are not. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm gonna spell the name right. Let me see. Does it say where is the name of the character? Ah, there we go. There it is. Again, some of you will get it, some of you will not. If you don't, look it up. No. No. That's Reed Richards. No. I know the demographics of my viewer base. And I know most of you will get that reference if you think about it hard enough. I'll simply say this, and you can quote me on this. I hope you saved enough room for my fist, because I'm gonna ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. If that doesn't do it for you, I can't help you. Anyway. 33,009 days to create what is very clearly the first the first of what I think will be a lot of Mech Bay heresy. It looks goofy. We just built it into a madman machine. And yeah, we got the 60L coming up. It's gonna be good. It's so shiny. It is. It is. I don't know if they do this on purpose with the specular maps on the mechs that they add to the game, but I like it. Anyway, chat, it has been over 7 hours. My butt hurts. And I have, not only have I given you a long stream because I started late today, but look, I have been through the emotional ringer today. This game has put me through hell and back with the training arc. The training arc with the goddamn dark cast urban mech. I'm just saying, like, this game, it has been a hell of a return to BTA. And this was the pre-game right here. This is the pre-game struggle. This is the getting started part of the game. This has been a Battletech stream for the record books. Oh, right. So, for those of you that are curious, we'll go to settings and we will do difficulty. So, for those of you that are curious, about the difficulty settings, and I will probably post these up somewhere. I say that, I don't know if I'll do it. I might do it. But these are the difficulty settings. So the reduced Argo upgrade costs, I did not have that checked. So everything costs as much as it should. The initial enemy scaling is normal. I did not set the enemy scaling to be higher because, and trust me, when you see the rest of these settings, you will understand why I left the enemy scaling the way it is. The enemies are going to be hard enough with the rest of the settings that I have, plus the fact that I started out with a bunch of urban mechs. So, friendly fire, all is on. Now, Sierra, for me, it's not a matter of remembering to post this somewhere. It's a matter of not being lazy and actually taking the time to do it. But you can still ping me, just in case I forget. I am notorious about forgetting shit all the time. But we have all friendly fire on. That's for us and for them. So if a shot goes stray, whatever it hits, that's what it's gonna damage, for better or worse. We've got 4 parts for mech assembly. By default, the game starts with 3. BTA normally has you doing 3 mech parts for assembly. Technically, 5 is considered even, but I think 5 is a little too tough. Because with 5, you end up with a lot of parts that you, like... With 5 mech parts, it makes it harder to build a mech, but it makes it easier to make money because you're getting mech parts all the time that you can then sell. So for me, 3 parts is a happy balance between not making it too easy to build mechs, but not making it too easy to get money either. Mech recovery chance, and I talked about this in the previous campaign. For me, mech recovery chance, this is anytime your own mechs get destroyed, this is the chance that you're going to recover your own mech. I always set this to 100%, and I'll tell you why. I know some purists will say, well, that's not how it's supposed to work, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. My thing is, if I'm a mercenary, and you hire me to come fight for you, and I lose one of my mechs on the field, I am getting that mech back, and I'm not paying you a fucking dime for it. Plain and simple. If I took that mech onto the field, I'm bringing it back off the field regardless of what condition it's in. And the reason I do that is because it doesn't make any sense to me that a mercenary company, especially a mercenary company that may only have 3 or 4 mechs, is gonna gamble the possibility that they lose a mech on the field and don't get it back. That makes absolutely no sense logically, and it doesn't make any sense in the setting. So I understand that that's, yeah, it's supposed to be a lower chance. No. If I lose a mech, I want it back. Whatever's left of it. And sometimes it gets completely destroyed. Sometimes it's not worth recovering. But if we have to scrap it and I have to sell it for parts, I want to at least get that little bit of money back. Even if it's just, 50 grand. Hey, that was my mech, I should get that 50 grand. Salvage rates are normal, so we're not getting any bonuses or malices. Same with contract payment. Everything is normal the way it should be. The commander experience points, I dumbed down to a lower level than what you typically get by default. I also set Advanced Mech Warriors to rare. So if you don't know what Advanced Mech Warriors is, and I'll let God bless it. Advanced Mech Warriors is, as it says here, in later parts of the game, new Mech Warriors in the hiring hall will have better stats and skills than the early parts of the game. So, as we play longer, the pilots in the hiring hall will be better, but this makes it so that the better pilots are less likely. What that means is if we have an attrition where we're losing a bunch of people, it's going to be harder to find good pilots to replace. And to me, that's a narrative thing because, for example, if you hear about a mercenary company and they're, carving a path of destruction through the inner sphere and, you hear that they're losing a bunch of pilots that, like, every time they go out on a mission, 2 or 3 people die, you're not going to want to go work for them because you're like, God, I don't want to die. So, like, to me, it's like if you're starting to attrition pilots in the late game, it should be harder to find good pilots that want to come work for you. And as a result, you still get those, Gunnery 2 and Gunnery 3 pilots, even in the late game, to kind of represent that, like, you're kind of having to take what you can get as opposed to, you don't have people flocking to you. Now, with that being said, on the flip side, if you're doing well and you're not losing a lot of people, it makes it harder to bring experienced people on, but at the same time, a mercenary company isn't really necessarily going to be looking for talent if they're already doing well and all of their pilots are highly experienced. So it doesn't hurt as much when you're doing well as it does when you're doing poorly. Then we got pilots per system. Again, I turned this up because the RNG with the pilots is a little weird in that sometimes you'll go to a planet and all the pilots are just vehicle pilots and you have no mech pilots. So for me, turning this up makes it so that you have more options. They're all going to be relatively crappy options, but you have more options. You're going to have more pilots to pick from. It's just, they're all going to be on the lower end. Mech Warrior progression and exponent are normal. This involves how exactly your Mech Warriors progress. Like the Mech Warrior progression is the amount of experience that you gain after each mission. This has been set to normal. Normally, this is set to fast by default. I've just dropped it down to normal. Same thing with the exponent. This controls the exponent of raising XP cost per level. So in other words, each level you go up, it costs more experience points to get to the next level. This, again, starts it fast. I have dropped it down to normal. And then you have the Mech Warrior multiplier, sets the multiplier of XP cost per level. Again, tied to the exponent, but again, this starts at fast. I put it down on slow. Lethality is lethal, so if someone dies, they're dead. To let the game explain it, chance of being killed in action from never to always. So basically, if you, there's a killed in action state in the game where when your Mech Warrior gets killed, they have a chance to survive. So when you see the bloody portrait and all that, there's a chance for them to survive. By setting lethality to lethal, when that happens, they're dead. If they don't eject, they are dead. Period. That's just the way that the game is. So this means it turns into a matter of it's on the pilot themselves to eject, otherwise they die. Ronin prevalence, this is back to my kind of self-imposed rule. Right, the Menbei upgrades can fix that, but by default, anybody that gets killed is dead. There's no chance for them to survive unless they eject. The likelihood you get vehicle pilots is almost nil now. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I'm not planning on using a lot of vehicles anyway. Like, I'll use them if it pops up, but I'm not super into that. Like, it's... I'm not playing BTA for the vehicles. Vehicles are a nice bonus, but to me, they're not a necessity. If you build your mechs right, you don't need vehicles. The Ronin prevalence, again, I don't want to use custom characters. I don't want to use special characters. I don't want Ronin either, because those are all backers, and a lot of them have higher base stats, so never. They will never show up. Starting money, I set at right around the low end. I didn't give us the lowest amount of starting money, but I put us pretty much on the low end here at 600k. Mech C-bills, this is the amount of money it takes to, you know, sell again. This is what you get for buying, selling, all that kind of stuff. For the shop selling prices, went with the 10% instead of 5%. This starts at 5%. Scrap value returns, I basically, and I talked about this in the previous, I have talked about this in the previous campaign as well. The shop selling prices and the scrap return values are usually set differently. So you'll have, it's the shop selling prices that are at 15% and the scrap return values that are at like 5%. I put them in the middle because otherwise you end up with this like, meta scenario where in order to maximize the amount of money you get for selling a mech, you don't sell the mech, you break it down into parts and then you sell the individual parts, or you store the mech and then you sell the individual parts. I don't like doing that, so for me, if I'm just gonna scrap a mech anyway, I would rather just get the same amount of money so that there's no meta way to make more money from having to sell a mech, if that makes sense. For those of you that have been around for BTA for a while, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is less of a problem now, but in the earlier days of BTA, there was very much this thing of like, instead of scrapping the mech, you would just store it and then sell it. And you would somehow make more money for it, and it didn't make any sense. So I always set these to the same percentage value so that there's no difference. Mech maintenance is normal, so again, mech maintenance, if you don't know, is the base cost of each mech per month. The game charges you for every mech that you have in the mech bay. I have this set to normal. Normally it's set to easy. And again, same thing with enemy scaling. So I have turned off enemy scaling by default because you have normal, fast, and faster. I don't want enemies to scale. I want this to be a... For lack of a better way to put it, I want this to be a classic RPG experience where some places are going to be super fucking hard and some places are going to be really easy. And I want those places to be permanent known quantities unless they change hands. So, for example, if you're out in the periphery, it's going to be easier than if you're in the core worlds. If you're in clan space, it's going to be easier than if you're in Capellan space, right? And there's like, that's why I turn the level scaling off, because I want each area and each section of the map to feel different based on the enemies and the difficulty. If you have time and skill there, it is actually more cost efficient to cut apart cars to sell their parts individually. I agree. I absolutely agree with that sentiment. However, here's the thing. When you're looking at the way that BTA handles selling mechs versus scrapping mechs, when you scrap a mech, you're not just selling the mech, you're selling all the stuff that's on it as well, including damaged components. So you're essentially selling the mech and all of the equipment in that mech. When you store the mech and then sell it from storage, you're taking all of that equipment off, and then you're putting it in storage, and then you're just selling the mech and none of the additional equipment. So to me, it doesn't make a difference one way or the other whether you get more for selling it or scrapping it, because technically you're getting more for scrapping it since you're selling the extra stuff, but the value is lower by default because it's damaged, versus the mech just being stored and then you going and saying, well, I don't need the engine core, and selling that, and I don't want the large laser, and selling that. So again, for me, it's just it's a matter of simplicity more than anything else. Like, it has less to do with, like, meta and min-maxing the game, and more to just, like, I don't want to have to worry about which button I click to get my money when I want to sell a mech. So for me, it's more a matter of convenience than anything else. But yeah, if you were curious, those are my difficulty settings for a difficulty score multiplier of 0.91. If you're curious about how I'm playing, and if you want to play along at home. Also, I am doing the Taurian start, which, to be fair, even though it considers the Taurian start to be a more difficult start, or, I mean, I guess it is, this doesn't matter for the score because I gave myself a custom starting lance of nothing but urban mechs. So really, this difficulty should be like +2, because starting with nothing but urbies is a curse and a pox upon you, as you guys have clearly seen. But yeah, there you go. That is the difficulty settings if you want to play along at home. Again, I am just playing default BTAU with a 19.1 update, minus one exception, and that is my custom awesome variant that I have put into the game, and that is just a single Lua file. I will try to remember to put that up on the Discord for you guys if you want to add it to your game, in addition to how to get it into the game with the save editor. But that will take... It'll take a little bit of work. It can be done. I gotta figure out a way to do a tutorial in a way that it's idiot-proof, because I know not everybody in the community is experienced as experienced as I am with modding games, and isn't as savvy with, like, coding and Lua and Unity and things like that as I am. So I gotta think of a way to do a tutorial that's idiot-proof so that more people can actually do it. Starting with nothing but battle armor, can't remember which mod does that. I mean, I know Roguetech does it, but BTA has a battle armor start as well, if I remember correctly. Or they do now. They didn't initially, but I'm pretty sure they do now. Anyway, chat. Anyway. Now that it's been almost 7.5 hours, because I spent 20 minutes rattling on about game difficulty and bullshit like that, I would say it's time to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. So I'm going to put in a manual save, as you do. Remember, chat, better safe than sorry. So I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Sunday. The world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't all have a lot of time on this planet, so I appreciate you choosing to spend some of that limited time here with me and this community. There's a million different places you could have been, a million different things you could have been doing, and you chose to spend that time here, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Again, whether you were here for 5 minutes or 5 hours, every single one of those minutes is precious, and I appreciate them. For those that chose to go the extra mile to sub, resub, gift subs, gift the Bezos bucks, again, it's not an expectation. It's not a requirement. You do not have to do that to be a part of this community. But for those that chose to go that extra mile, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I don't deserve that kind of support, and it never ceases to amaze me that you guys go out of your way every stream to do that. But while I cannot stop you, I can do my best to earn it. So thank you again for the support, for supporting me, supporting the channel, And of course, supporting this community, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And here at the end, I want to remind you, like I always do, that your life has value and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you next time.